Good morning, Natatele. Our fourth and the final day. So, before we start with the fishbowl activity, shall we do a brief meditation just to settle in? To a few of the comments yesterday in the evaluations were about needing more meditation. So we will do a very brief meditation, perhaps 6, 7, 8 minutes, but no more than that. In this meditation, as we did yesterday, we will begin with tracking or checking in with our sensations. Then we will move to resourcing. And how many of, well, actually I shouldn't ask that. I'm sure that all of you have some form of practice. Kamdo nangwar wa number so sangma. Shoge kamdo nangyo bel amare ke sho sangire ke chole ke chesene. Resourcing in my mind, that for those who do have connection with the triple gem, Kunjosum or Gamon, the best resourcing for those who have this connection could be just visualizing, being in their presence. That could be the most calming and inspiring one. So, but I will leave it up to you to see which resource you connect that helps you calm, that brings a certain sense of safety and security. Kama tudun stik gom gyagi rol kesa number 2 gi gongcha na la gom tes mang chuna ya butu sungi khashi chi chongsha de ndi gom se te tambat ta zo kesa na shi tambo ale gan to chi subo sorwa de la lushel gi to ne sorwa de mo sunga che che tene te kesa tanda twinke jorwa chewa resourcing se ta resourcing se de Shabaka Mare, the Susu Chika Samlochi, Korean de Tamba, Susu Semla Teki, Nanta and Nanta Ma share. And a chick Susu Debos, Chick Torekitus, Yonsati into numbers of Tamalola, Camdos Chipeje, Samet, Kodnangi, your Sheshare. The end of the way you can see in Bayina, and a Punjos to much of them in a Danashi. Susu Savelama, Cameron Biche, Dotation is Suda Suina, Setavaina, Mipa Cheche. But did Samarancho give Kochik Semla Gassor, and Nichik Samba Lupavia, and Nichik Debota, China Mavata, the Soyama, Yumuarwa. So then the into Twinken George said it, resourcing said it, or did Susu Chik Samlo Kortu Samba similar. Nanta and Susama share, and it taking at the end. What he told that Jidan Tingi came to those Nanguena, those the men at the Kazan resourcing on the Mambuchi 9, but to get what he can Susulatan Samba, the Pentoba career, and they told me, but can't say shower chene, and Nikawan Hachi Shuache, or take up the lost that Nicola, so Gura Karitu, the Jixi. Samba Paputwe, Supul, Chick Soa, Gator, Teki Kitora, to Nata Mashia, Yomutu Mindu, Hoting was so much in Arona. And it yet than that, but the shake up the Tamba picture that Genduba number 2 could did Kengo, and in number 2, Shambatugi. That is my Kambachia, Yomarte, and yet Injitol to do Shuche, and if you get to the younger subject, you moch it, I mean, I get among Shadow. So I'm just going to do as little instruction as needed, so I will limit this instruction to English instructions. So why don't we find a moment to settle in a kind of posture that feels comfortable, finding a comfortable posture, perhaps bringing our back in a fully upright position. Just place in the fully upright position if possible, and just let it settle there. Also finding a way to have our body in a stable and still position. That is, since we are all sitting in chairs, if our feet are on the ground, flat, just enough distance between the 2 feet, so that we can find our body naturally grounded and stable and still position. These 2 postures to help with maintaining the clarity or the wakefulness of the mind, but at the same time, to have some settling of the mind so it's not excessively sort of hyper or distracted. Of course, our hands can be just folded and placed in our lap or just resting on your knees or thighs. Our shoulders in the level position, just slightly raised, slightly pulled back initially. And let the shoulders also just settle, just let them rest in that position. Our head slightly bent, sort of chin slightly tucked inside. Eyes, if possible, just leaving slightly open, just vacantly cast downwards without necessarily focusing on anything intentionally in front of us, but just vacantly cast downwards. But if it is too distracting, we may close our eyes. And our lips and teeth in natural position, where our lips are just gently touching. Just take a moment to connect with your body, how it feels to have the back in that fully upright position. What it feels like having the body settled in this stillness, stable position. Our lips just gently touching. Let's take a couple of minutes to just briefly track our body with its sensations. We may begin from the top part of our body, from the head downwards, or feet upwards, bringing our attention perhaps at one of those 2 places, attuning to that particular part of the body. See what we sense, what we notice about our sensations. Whatever the sensation that we notice, see if we can just simply witness, simply be aware. If it is pleasant or neutral, even when it is somewhat unpleasant. But if a sensation is particularly unpleasant, it's just really disturbing, then you may gently shift your attention from that particular part of the body, from that particular sensation, to another part of the body, further up or down, and see once again what you notice there, what kind of sensation. Just witnessing, let it be, whatever it is, unless it becomes sort of uncomfortably unpleasant, then you may, in this process, feel free to shift to another part. And once again, just witness or notice, observe, without trying to suppress, without trying to hold on to it. Just see what it feels like. attuning to our body and sensations, or the tracking our sensations in this way. If indeed we have come across some places in our body where it felt particularly tense, certain tensions that you may be holding, feeling like tightness in the shoulders or the chest or the neck, around the jaws or the forehead, around the eyes or other places, or just some feeling of distress, just you can't quite locate, but you feel internally there's certain unrest, there's certain kind of distress. If that's the case, let's here take a few deep breaths intentionally, breathing in slowly and deeply into our belly, into our body. As we breathe in, you may breathe in with a sense of breathing in these refreshing airs and energies. That enter our body through our nostrils, fill every cell, even just enriching every cell with this oxygen or the rejuvenating qualities. Any tensions that you may have felt around the chest, neck, and so forth, when these incoming airs and energies infused there, let them just melt away, to see if you can, bringing those refreshing energies there, allow those tightness and so forth to melt away. When this warm sun rays kind of hit the frost on a blade of grass, as that frost gradually melt away. Similarly, this is with incoming airs and energies, blessings if you will, as they enter into us. See if we can allow our tensions and distresses to be melt away. And as we breathe out, just slowly and completely as we breathe out, breathing out with a sense of just letting them go, letting them clear away, let them evaporate with our outgoing breath, thereby allowing our body and the mind to settle, perhaps a little deeper sense of ease, calm, and comfort. Just repeat this for a few times as you need, breathing in refreshing airs, energies, and blessings, if you will. Breathing out, just letting go of all our tensions, distressing feelings, even worries, and so forth and so on. Just let them clear away as we breathe out. And resting in that unfolding sense of ease in our body and mind. Having connected with some sense of ease or comfort unfolding from letting go of those distressing feelings and tensions and so forth. Let's now take a few moments, perhaps 2 to 3 minutes or so, to see where else are we able to experience this sense of comfort, sense of safety, sense of calmness. Are there some resources, some beings, people, entities, objects, places, or any resource that we are aware that as we come across them, or when we have come across, even when we think of those resources now, if they allow us to find that comfort and ease and sense of safety. So just immerse yourself by bringing that resource to mind, placing yourself in that moment as fully as you can, with as vivid details of that resource you can bring to mind with your own interaction and the context of such interaction that you have had in the past, or if nothing comes, engaging with this by way of imagination. And just as you immerse in that particular moment, just bringing as fully and vibrant form as you can to your mind. Bring part of your attention to your own body, to your sensations, to your feelings, to what you sense, what you feel. As we conclude this brief meditation, just take a moment to dedicate, to share any goodness, any benefits arising from our meditation today. Let's dedicate this for the well-being, for all beings. And if you've had your eyes closed, just slowly open the eyes and let's proceed with our other activities for this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. The room was rearranged and I didn't even know it. That's great. Okay, so between now and lunchtime, we will be doing the presentations from the groups. And then, well, we'll continue with presentations for as long as we need to get them done, but we have 35 minutes planned for each group to present. And I just want to say a few words about the reason why we do this part of the workshop. We do this so that we can get you working with the curriculum, right? So you all now have taken a close look at a full learning experience and get a sense of how that's set up. And then to get you thinking about how you might do something like this, you know, with a group of students. And then try it out. Try out the words, right? Try out the activity and see how it feels. So we're going to be doing that together, and then we're going to reflect on it a little bit. It's not about judging, you know, the teacher, what they did right, what they did wrong. That's not the purpose, because that would just make everyone really nervous, right? I think that would cause nervousness. We don't want to cause nervousness. This is to try something new and to reflect on it. Would you mind saying that?
단단하죠. 제고디 가수래 남부서에는 영생직 마티에와 니 제고딩아주 디나로 샤고 얘기 다 윤전도 조 가시지요 직디 카르슬라바이나 단단하죠. 다 랍시지요와 랍시디 남부서이지마 다 실러닝 마티엘 배주체고와 디 무슨 저 랍시 나로라다 가르소를 롭세 마 차고 컨디스 지요래와 고바 마 딕다다 디 나로라 차하리요바 디 참지 디 창마라 캬주기 융아 야고 차에 직체와 디 체도 당저 가르소를 용생 차사지 캬주 로주와 디니니 아니 남버서 다 편지 주두르 제베 토네 다디 용생디 아니 마 제마 수소 롭달라 컨디스 티고 그래 티루 티단디가라 삼로 야구지 코리아 직체 삼로 야구 땅에 고급 직체 디네네 ngösu 아니 데라 락렌타네 라 수수 세미나를 차시 여번나 신신에 다 데라 락렌타네 다 ngösu 티에게 다 냠뇨직 사주에 딘데기 다 카르소르 고바만다나 고바 숨스도와 안두주기 체동 아주디 제고디 두고요라 다디 콘조 제고 드베 값소야 넘버 2기 다 기겐쪽이 가리디기도 가리 너기도 디 따고 말했어. 그 논주이도야다 디 제바이나 안직네 넘버 2 다디라 야 강섭제디 망아 용구라. 진짜 디 가족이 미유 말했어.
Is there a group that is excited to go first? Present first? Yes? This group here. Wonderful. So when you get into your demonstration part, I will hold up my hand. I'm going to be sitting there. Hold up my hand when you have 2 minutes left for your demonstration part, okay? So you are clear on the time. So remember, we get a 2-minute summary, 15 minutes to do the demonstration, and then we're getting feedback from each people, not everyone in your group, but feedback from teachers, feedback from students, feedback from observers, okay? So you can come up here to do your presentation. You can bring chairs if you want. Make a circle. Okay, please come on up.
More smiling, less worrying. More compassion, less judgment. More blessed, less stressed. More love, less hate. So I would like to express a warm good morning to all of you. I, Anita Sharma, on the behalf of my group, would like to summarize our today's learning experience. So the topic of our learning experience is exploring the resilient zone through scenario. And we are imagining that these are the students of class 7, age group 12 to 13 years. And through this dramatization, we are going to visualize a scenario where teachers are going to tell the students about the 3 resilient zones through some activities. And along with this, the teacher also try to tell them about how to feel the sensation in their body. So this is our plan for today's dramatization. And there are few role-playing characters. I would like to express this. We have 2 teachers in this play, and the teachers who are performing the role, they are Sir Sonam Dorje and Sir Tenzin Senan. And forgive me if I will not pronounce properly your name. And we have 2 observers, Sir Wangchuk and Sir Kelsang Dawa. And after this, we have 7 students, those who are performing, 7 teachers, those who are performing the role of students. They are Sefel, Secho, Pema, Lena, Peljor, Pasang, and Topten. So this is our team, this is our group, and we would like to express our efforts, which we have done. And I hope you all will enjoy and you all will like this. Thank you very much. So let's start the program. Thank you. So I would like to invite the teachers, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll start now. Good morning, children. Good morning, sir. How are you all feeling today? Okay, it doesn't matter. Today we are going to learn something new. So in this, we will do one activity, okay? So where I will give you or present you one situation. And then after listening to that situation, I will be asking your feelings, okay? So please listen the situation carefully. Please, may I have your attention, please? Okay. Now, I will just go with the situations. Now, there is one student whose name is Tsiring, who's at your age. Okay? Hello, excuse me. If you... Okay. So, where was I? Okay, student named Tsiring. There was a student named Tsiring at your age. Okay? who is who has to present a speech on Children's Day before the large gathering. Okay. Now I will I will ask this question and I will give you a minute to think about it. Consider yourself as Tsiring, who is going to give a presentation before the gathering on Children's Day. Suppose if you are Tsiring, then how will you feel to present, deliver a speech before the large gathering? Just think for a while and I will ask your feeling. Okay, your time start now and just start thinking about it and I'll come later. So you all have thought about it? May I ask the question? Okay. Now I will start from you, okay? You can express your feelings. Suppose if you are in the place of that Tsiring, how would you feel to present that speech before the large gathering?
Of course, I will be very nervous.
Okay.
Gil, I'm very, very, very excited.
Okay, thank you.
I will be confident.
Yes, nice.
I have confidence.
Okay, that's good.
Neutral.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Sir, I will feel very anxious.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, students. Thank you for sharing your sensations and your feeling. Am I audible? Okay. I would like to introduce you the 3 zones, okay? 3 zones here. You can see the diagram here. We have the first, this one is the above, line, then the middle line, then we have below one. The above one is a high zone, and middle one is a okay zone or resilient zone, and then below one is a low zones. So when we speak about the high zone means that you are in a very high energy and you are so active and you are overreacting or you are overexciting. At that time you are not able to you are not very calm and you are not able to take a good decisions, or whatever you do, it is not going to be a productive thing. At the same time, you might cause a problem in the society, or you might bring a problem to the atmosphere where you are staying, And if you look at the low zone means you are inactive. Like if I give you an example that you are sleepy and sometimes you are in frustration or you feel alone, like that, Sometimes you are in high level of dullness. At that time also you are not able to, be calm yourself, and also you are not able to take good decisions. Okay, and whatever the productives, okay, you figure out your zone, okay? You're very fast. So whatever the things that you have acted, you have committed in your atmosphere, that is not going to be a productive, So if you are in a okay zone, there is another term is zone of well-being, but I would like to say a comfort zone, Usually I use a comfort zone. So comfort zone means, you are okay, you feel calm, happy, and you can take good decisions, and whatever you do, you can, you can do something productive things. You can, bring up positive things. You can help other. This is what, this is the stage, which called resilient zone. So which zones you are get stuck, you can figure out, students, you can describe which zone you are belonging in right now. So you can describe yourself, or you can speak it up, or you can sit down. We have a zone here also, high zone, okay zone, and then low zones. You can sit here also. Come up. Which zone you are in right now? Please come up.
Now, as you just express your feeling when I give a situation, so if so, how many of you said you're feeling terrified and
Please
feeling...
come. We don't have much time. Please come up. Which zone you are in right now?
I am in all the one zone.
Low one, okay.
It's a low zone area. So, how are you feeling? You told you're feeling nervous.
You mean about that guy who...
Sleepy.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question. If I'm nervous, but still I can do public presentation, if I can control myself, which zone am I? If I'm nervous.
I think you're belonging to the comfort zone. I think you are here. You are already here.
Okay.
You are in the okay zone. I think so.
I'm a little nervous and scared. I don't know which zone.
I think you are belonging to the low zone.
Yes, they are in the low zone.
Yeah.
So, children, you remember the activities we have performed before? Suppose when you are feeling stressed out and when you are feeling anxiety, we have performed activities like resourcing, check out.
Gila.
Okay.
Ngaro. Tanda gila ki sungkyo ki netang chidwa. Ti ngone chwa samgidu ya. Tantara ngaro. Ngone tsri be number 20. Tantara kokap dira chwa na samgidu. Nga tisa tigyo.
There's a diksha. Chana diksha.
Regula.
Diksha. Oh yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. You have figured out your own zones. So I just want to let you know that those who are in a high zone and low zone means that your mind is not calm, and you are not able to be at the you are not able to your mind is not able to come into the present moments. So there is strategies and there is activity. I'm going to share you the activity. You can follow up the activity. That will help you to calm your mind, and you can bring your mind into the present moments. So first, let me explain the activities. First, you have to press your hand, your palm, strongly or firmly. Then rub your hands, palms. Then put it on your eyes, okay? Then when you do this activity, at that time you have to focus, you have to pay attention that what kind of sensations that you are having inside your body and at the surface of your body. What kind of, like if you are feeling warm or cool inside, you have to tell me after doing this activity. So let's do it, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Please, first, press your hand strongly, firmly, okay? Then now rub it. Please try to notice your sensation. Please rub as much as you can. Now put it on your eyes. Please focus on your sensation. Okay, did you notice any sensation? What kind of sensation that you experienced? Can you express? Warm or cool?
Initially, when I was rubbing my palm, I felt kind of sweat, because I was too nervous. Now I was thinking about that public speaking, how I'm going to do that. But when I press it on my eyes, I feel kind of calm and there's kind of a sense of warmth. Yeah, so a sense of relax was there. Yeah, it was.
So that means you are in a pleasant mood, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt that my face is warm, my finger is still cold, and I have a little bit pain while I was rubbing. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel a bit funny,
Okay.
but still I think it can help.
2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. Shush. No,
Same as before, but since I sense such sort of coldness mixed with warmness.
Okay, thank you for sharing your sensation. And it is not that, whatever the activity you have carried out right now doesn't mean that, you are going to have a positive result at the moment or instantly, okay. So there are so many strategies we have learned from the C learning program. The first thing is resourcing strategies. Resourcing strategies means, you can find out any objects and any factors which provide you a calm and happy, pleasant, like that. So there is another strategies that, tracking strategies means that, you can use this method also. Like if you are doing meditations, when you are inhaling the breath, when you are taking your breath, at that time your breath is moving inside, at that time it touches as the nostril wall, and when it touches to your throat, what kind of sensations that you are experiencing. At that time you can scan your body. So that kind of strategy is already there. And there is another strategy is shift and stay. So that means, any object that you have chosen, if you feel uncomfortable with that object, you can change your focus and your object. You can do another way to bring back your mindful and attention. And there is another one strategy is called a grounding. Like if you are sitting on a chair, then you can touch, you can contact the chair, and then you try to figure out what are the temperatures, what is the temperatures and the textures. And at the, you can feel the edge of these, chairs like that. And you have to focus. That means, if you are in a low zones, if you are in a high zone, means that your mind is not calm and you are not able to focus on your present moments. So these strategies is trying to help you to bring back your mind. It is trying to help you to develop your mindful, and you have to develop your attentions. So these are the strategies you can use. I want to say that. Am I left anything?
Okay, so why don't we just try on them so that we will be able to come in that comfort zone by just think about the resourcing. Okay, as Kela has already explained you what is resourcing. Now, I think everyone you have somebody or something which you like the most. Just think about that object, whichever gives you most happiness. Just think about it and how you feel after thinking about that particular object. Okay, you all can start. Okay, just.
Wonderful. This is perfect way to end the lesson. But we imagine that they do it because your time for demonstration is up,
finished.
But that would be a great thing to do next. So we'll imagine you did that, and we'll give you a round of applause. Okay, and stay there so that we can get you back. Okay, wonderful. So we'd like to hear from the students first. A few comments. How was your experience in this classroom?
Oh, thank you very much. I have very pleasant feelings now. Actually, from the very beginning, I wanted to try this role because every day we're teaching and we face these kind of situations, but to be a student is a kind of chance to feel more empathy to the kids I'm dealing with. And maybe to try this role right now, I can understand them more, how they feel. Maybe the time when they lose attention, what can I do for them? Why they lose attention? How can I make the process more interesting for them? How can I influence the situation in class? And also this demonstration reminded me my job and kids, so the feeling I have now is very warm. I want to go back and to hug them as soon as possible. So I'm very thankful to the teachers to take the responsibility to be the teachers and to give me opportunity to be a student.
Thank you. Could we hear from another student about how you feel right now or your experience participating in this lesson?
It was quite an experience. I don't know how do I feel now. Yeah, I think that's it.
What, you said it was quite an experience?
I mean,
So
I don't
what
know
is
how
it?
to explain it. I'm a little nervous now.
Okay, no problem. Would anyone other student like to share?
konda puge na shu chuaji ani tatanda chegodi gyune ani ngazu kyushu chunsura one ki nanglo la timchi ne ma dichiwa ina rwa ani one digi shukin ngejenji ani tigi yubege nambado siu tonsura ani chegodi chewe gyurim nangla ani ngazu tasosoki chajangi ani tus chowa shiwa ina an chegodi gyurim nala ani gelamangbachi ngoshiya da penju diu chaya da anti chedabdi an taringi chegodi cheg chedu anga zo penju chigben chigdo gi tone an khaza tuje dang che ne anti go chya re da na sing chegodi gyurim khandes du gi me de ye kala an nyamru gi tone an dus lega chidu ani kibushi uchi chorsura ani nyamdula da labda thene tuje ringbuji chimba sonza 오네게 로드 타베게 고가브라도 안 기부치우치 총송라 아니 네든 디칸라 간주 단다에 모두 치베게 네든 디칸라 안팅 사보기 아 가자 아 나버츠 따디 sabdinangye 추게 시우나 요레 디칸라 양갸 아니 지게 시우 소토야라 아니 펜도 녜진 총송 삼베게 아니 수술라 초나 슈치부 조슈에 되체
It was a delightful experience. I felt immersed in this activity, and as such, I was able to experience the class and the activity in a more deeper sense. Generally speaking, this activity gave us opportunity to work together, to collaborate. And it was such a nice feeling to be working together with my other colleagues. It also gave me an opportunity to become a student, and I'm acting as a student after a long time. It had been a long time since I finished my schools, and so this was a very exciting sort of opportunity, and also. We had been listening to the training for the last 3 days, and actually, participating in this as the way the facilitators presented it was also a wonderful experience. So overall, I had a great experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Let's hear from the teachers. How was that for you to try doing that lesson, and what did it feel like as you were doing it? Was there any aha moment or anything you want to share?
First of all, good morning to all. Since we all are teachers, and when I volunteered to be a teacher, so when we were first discussing and practicing about it, I had little doubt whether I could do that or not. But today, when everything went smoothly, I felt good, and I feel confident. I feel happy that all the members have collaborated well, and they responded to my questions positively or spontaneously. So it makes me feel easy to just carry on with my part of jobs. So to play as a teacher role is always a very challenging, because you always come across through many situations. So today also, when I was acting as a teachers, and since they were acting as students, they acted as a student, but just making a noise here and there. So that time I just whole classroom situation come before me, and it just reminded me of my duty. Thank you.
Thank you. Teacher.
I feel that actually we can do better because right now we are doing something as a rehearsal, and then I feel like we are giving a test to the instructor that whatever we have learned from you, and what I feel that we can do much better than whatever we had here, and I felt that something when I had a very limited time, and then I feel like I'm moving inside the this high zone or the low zone.
That's great.
I'm entering into the I'm just moving out of the comfort zone. This is what I wanted to say. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. That's such an insightful comment. So in this demonstration here, you were aware that you were feeling out of the okay zone a little bit, maybe hedging towards the high zone because of your nervousness and the presenting short time pressure. So these are things that can impact us. This actually impacts students with time pressure. They also feel like this, and teachers, of course, as well. When you're trying to get everything done during the school day, during the school year, there's time pressure, And so becoming more aware as an educator about your own emotional state is so important, because of course that is impacting your actions, the response that you have to your students, clarity of thought that you're able to have. So that's a wonderful insight that not only in this instance, but everyday instance of teaching, our own emotional experience is going to impact us. Is that clear, you think?
di sebo chasen kela gi thanda sungye di tudu di nanglo la da yang zo thonan chegwe ne den chi khar chung sla bai na kela quran gi ta di thibe kap so ta siksem la yang ngang cha yung ya da thizui thindi ji nanglo ne ji changma ji ma twe thu gi yeme den de gi ta siksem la chapna da de chi ne kela quran gi ani semyon de le yang ya ma shibu chi do song sra di song di ni gen crystal la gi ta di ke chimbu shu chres ge gen su su gi sem nang gi semyon je ra di la gi wa khar khar du khandis du do di la ani thona le ya chi da jing mo song ya ji ra di pe ke chimbu cha gi res ka zang azu ma lop tu la thi ye di semyon go la yin ba yin du su su gi nang gi nyong wa khande yin ba di ani se bu jing ye thu ye di ani ke chimbu cha gi res.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything from the observers? Did you have any points to make or anything you noticed?
Yeah, good morning to all. Yesterday when we were preparing the lesson, and then as we finish up our discussion, everyone seems like not very confident that our class will go well or not tomorrow. And then we also agreed to meet again just after the breakfast and rehearse it. But then it happened today. It didn't happen. But then as I observed the class today, it was extremely performed quite well, and it was very high, above my expectation from yesterday. And the second thing is, I was imagining myself that how, if I'm in the class and I'm taking this kind of class, then, and I was wondering how kids will really a response to my question. And it is not always calm students like here today. So much thing is imagining myself that how my class will go on. And then I was also at the same time thinking that I should do a lot of preparations and should spend a lot of time actually to demonstrate the class or actually to give the student the information that really can change their life or change their emotions and all. So lots of things are going in my mind. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. More good insights. And any, yes?
Since our time is almost over now, so I'll be very specific, and as an observer, I'll give my comments only to what I saw, what I observed, today. Some good points and some bad points. I mean, not bad, but could have been performed better. When the teacher came into the class, and then straight away said that, okay, you will be given that, one of you will have to speak, in front of a large gathering during some function. Instead of, saying that, I think he could have said something about public speaking, and then, so there's this coming up, and who would you like to, whether, so that would have been done. And then when Gela introduced zones, so there also I felt that instead of explaining the zones, he could have asked the students, how they were feeling, and then later on he could have explained that, okay, you are in that zone, you are in this zone, so and so.
Just to interrupt right there, what I heard is that you had them think about if you were to give a if you were having to do a public speaking thing, how would you feel? So the feeling came first, and then you explained the zones after that, right? So they did have a feeling in mind already.
I see. Okay. I thought Gela spoke about, introduced zones first. Anyway, if that happened, maybe I messed up. Sorry. And the calming techniques, grounding techniques explained by Gela was wonderful, and it was also, out of text, out of box, the rubbing hand, and that was a new one.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. He didn't really go through the text given in the handouts, so that was wonderful. And students' feedback was also good. So overall, I rate this performance today, 8 out of 10. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. So just to wrap up, well, first of all, does anyone in the group have anything you noticed that you think went particularly well, that you thought you want to highlight, something you thought worked quite well? Would anyone like to speak about that? Everyone's waiting for their own presentation.
The student, Gela, I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. He really act like a student because, in the play, we expect the student be like a student in the real life, right? So, I really felt that, he has the kind of, the feeling to be a real student, in the 6th grade. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I want to say something about that because what I noticed is that you moved your position, you got the marker, but the teachers didn't stop the whole lesson and zoom in on you and try to control your behavior. They could have done that, and it really would have derailed the whole lesson. You would have allowed his behavior to stop everything else. But instead of doing that, I don't know what you were thinking, but I imagine you were thinking, like, do we really need to address it? Is it unsafe or safe? And you continued with the lesson, which then became more engaging because then you asked the students to stand up and place themselves on the zones. And so then getting something more active helped to engage the student who was already more active. And that was very, very effective classroom technique that you used, because I've seen other teachers sort of stop everything, focus on the one student, and now everything's gone. The lesson's not happening. So that was really excellent moment that we could pay attention to. Yes, very well done. So that demonstrated very clearly. Yeah, and I also noticed how you were connecting. You were asking the students to connect what they had learned previously with what you were doing now with the zones, and then moving into now let's practice the strat.
Thank you so much. That was really excellent. As Krista pointed out, I saw also a number of elements here for excellent teaching, and also I really appreciated the actual kind of imitation of student that brings so much to the activity to so much to life. One thing that I think we could have done that in our presentations in the past several days is that we did not have a chance, or actually we could have, but we failed to highlight the approach, the constructivist approach in this kind of teaching. And this is in a short time, there are many elements kind of playing out, so it was wonderful. One thing I felt was that when a couple of students asked that I'm feeling this, and is that high zone or low zone, that constructivist approach would be, there is in the curriculum, you will see the role of teacher is guide on the side. Guide on the side, not the sage on the stage. How would you translate that?
Shukti tingi lama mare, ani khare.
Guide on the side.
The surni lamden chicken chires. The gigan se di tanda di ngazu si learning na lola sur la the look to the nyam to dene lamden chingen rema do shukti kan dene ma chushi chingen ki lama na shinch mares.
So that so in that case, when the student asks some questions, I think one of the strategies for the constructivist approach is to ask them, what do you think?
Exactly.
If someone said, I'm feeling really nervous, am I in high zone? The teacher could ask, what do you think? What others think about? Just have them come up with the answers. And then you can give your own opinion also. But the presentation was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Big round of applause for this group.
Good morning, everyone. And 상물로 참지 쉬어다 단단 아주 대진 시외기 아니 대 롭티 나야 대 단다 emotion timelines sem용기 중림 단단 아주 emotion 세들 sem용 윤난다 남규가 서로 겜부팀도 호포베야 소와 끼디는데 어디 걸래 대세균에 대간래 단단 아주 대세균 단다 잡진디나래 아주 genla tal chewdi ngazu chapjing ngo to ne che andinala dana ngazu ani shizuk genla gen chenlela che ani nyamjer genla ani gemutubla che ngazu phege danda tokship chinge observer ngazu le danda gempemba dumla che an gen shitubla anti maimbe danda gela number so an luptu gi chududus shuyus and the emotion timelines deshe gave digita di modechema deshe digi and gobada jumzin di karin shuyna ngazo emotion sia di ani gora jungya di ani rangshin jo subje mai ba jo hopoble rangshin jungdes and di jungwa dile kariyeres na phangrim jo chi ma jungya le phangrim tinde yodeo jres and di induzane ngazo di lobtul ma deshe gave ina 안 롭쪽이 emotion디 게인도 방림관마 레인도 안 쪼어딩 안서 단다 디나네 이렇게서 송대 단다 시시 아니 awareness 러스도 오 디기 토네 코란기 다 가수래 서로바디 sem용디 지게인도네 엔텔리아 시신디네 엔디 규주당하다 양디 수수 간 되바 이버 질리아 로트비아기 베준 시드벨리아 안 편도딘데 요레스 세상디 공주시에
야상 ngardele number so much ni jas ya da lukdo so ya bo jin yin shuo da C learning gi xin yun di ro lo su di C xie zhong an zhe lo zhe na le che lo ka zhu zhu gu yo le 아 다들 캐난 지는 가버렸다 빼 론니버 들어봐 론니버디 니만 니버 론니버다 켄소 당일로 진짜 시베구도 라마 숨에 공ገብ단 거던데 창마 세사셔 된저냐 오 지기 딱 해요 말다 so this is the second year since the C learning program have launched in our school. Okay? 제가 땅 좀 못 튀는 쪽으로 다 제가 아주 개발 상부시다다 견성원에 숙잡쇼 C learning 로 좀 간에도 마시고 C learning 게 공개에 기부도 면도 아니라. 니 부도에 텐시 다 있는 때야 들이 있는 럽긴다 견성 텐시 거린다. 다 탕망 아주 진짜 손시 디시디 말다 다 그냥 카민도 그냥 야갈로든 술래버라는데 다다 주마송 C learning 글로 좀 됐대야 DC 들다 SEE social emotional and ethical learning 슬라우로 봐야 지소 sem용 아니 상주기 시종 슬라우로 봐 들다 다 가요 말 다다 다른 지등 가버 되게 스타다 리얼 명디 생각치 근데 칼리 당조 다 당왕 안조 계산 안조로 봐 계산 안조 로젠 찍치 뭐 봐 공기 걸라 그라운딩 세치 말로 말디 콘탁티 어디 리소싱 세치 뭐 봐 벽에나 갈 수가 있어 리소싱스나 계산 란치입니다 계산 란 될까 오지 야 부터시 순 리소스나 가래 리소싱 퉁게 가상 계속 담이 봐 지리 순다 어디래 다 그냥 리로 지도 봐 예 퉁게 순배 인다 퉁게 조단이다 가리 퉁게 지리도 그냥 거 퉁게 입에 야야야야 디 퉁게 간다 코란로 퉁게 쓰다고도 리소싱 쓰려도 퉁게 간데 지다 가리 이네 인초고다 배나 그냥 기 퉁게 가리 봐 what is your resource 그냥 기부 가르쳐도 가르 공부 있는 기부책도 가르 때문에비나 쌤 인것도 쌤 수 나로 꾸고 유행해라 쌤 기부도 그 때문에비네 기부 걔나 잘하는데 걔왜 튕긴 두 대연도 코네 쌤 기팅 제들이 왜 가리임바 오 되기도 다 계산 안조 리소싱 걸 축치입니다. 다 다른 안조 체크인 세진다. 통매 균련 세디. 축치 중다. 다른 안조 기버딘다. 트래킹 세 뒤뒤진다. 망부매다. 안조 다른 안조 딘다. 트래킹 쓰나 가서 그래. 잘치 해 봐. 트랙 쓰나 그래. 대버로 봐. 잘치 해 봐. 다른 안조 조 잘치서디 초로에 갈린다. 초로와. 다 초로와서나 하고 그러 봐. 초로와. feelings. 빼나 니맛 사버지 샤수나 초와 가려래. 니맛 사버지 샤수나 사회서 렉자 사회 렉자도 좋아지기로 봐. 추창문나 마치 주스만 가지도 장시시기를 그자 칼라 끼야세 세사오시고 가지기도 초와 가려서 잉잉잉에 초와 말아봐디. After heavy lunch, what is the sensation? heaviness. 지워 벽에 날 지워. 누가 고교고로 갸부두면 누가 안 해? 저거 똥배가 가르치기도 하니? 야, 가르친 것도 주면다. 저거 또제 쇼쇼게 야라도 수고 근데도 초와 수부 초와 리뷰 초와 근데도 이양보 이양팅 남의 꺄송 삼상시도가 너 초와를 저기 잠만도가 초와 지와 초와 이양와 초와 차와 렉바 장와 망보도가 초와 지 망보 열다 다딘데인다 저리 그 초wan조 가래 리뷰 초와로 봐 맞아 리를 초대니 초와들와 시라닝기 타니에다 마순 디스기도 와가서 body literacy 저와 맞아 왕초 왕시 거기 초와서 어디인다 답구조 주주의 시라면도 때 아마 졸업생 망고시 도구고 열다 제나 드링에 주주다 답되면 전에 아주 디샤긴다 참조 제와 드링 아주 졸업생 랑기갈 보면 얘기를 모두 야마 사실 뺐어 그러다 다 드링에 알아 주고 오면다 니 알아 줘보 문에 기게 세트시다 그러나 동네로도 패배 기게 세트시려구나 니 체도님이 내 대대슈이다 견솔 좀 님보 시기다 견솔 야부 년쇼아 걔나를 님도 튼조를 쉬마도 please support the teacher okay 생마자바 부부 뜻이 남균의 틱스다 그냥 섭서나쇼아 롭제 민세규 요마다 기긴 출로 내다 슉겹쇼아 데데데데 튼도 야타주여다 인다 당연히 걔나 데데 슈긴다 견솔 스데쇼 두고대야 게무들라 패시我这拿着呢，我走，对，要想，训练家对他那嘛训练家是，哦，给母猪那个他的看上做老人，啥不去这个的，中的这些是说啊，俺电影的数的呀，俺要卤猪让吃的几百人的，几多娘让人的，一样的。
킬 강이 미시도아 아니 다가나 제네 셈젠라 키도질림 바이나 딜라니 지그나게 딜라 땅에 딜 유에 킬라 땅에 미숨도아 아니 그런조 킬라 강에 바이나 아니 킬라 가고에 비준세 카레나 디삼로 단시타네 마줄 디발라네 셰어 치루시
오 타모 가라님베 마셰긴다 나랑 킬라 가고에 왜 금전 so the very reason I love the dog is they are so like compassionate they can respond mosquito do 독단도 respond to 무도가 dogs and cat they really like give response when you like give compassion to them when you be good to them 수 약간 지기도가 먼저 문에 찔레다 내가 가리네 기부시도 그나
오케이 다니 저기 키도 지바이나 프랑기 툴라니 response 약간 쇼 take those things on 자네 키들 가고 쇼 유스라 아니 그라인 바이나 마이키를 같은 거 키디 만도 펜션 생내게 빙이 쇼도 zambarla 아니 키 갱에 가려는 상황으로 같이 이제 나는 키를 야보다 가우지 야다 부대시 그라인다 도나준 찍면도 그런 안에 칠라 가우 치고 여기 준세 가래 당기는 저가 땅살다 전부 제자도 줘야돼 그런 칠라 가우 열어서 he distract you and you got distracted okay so what is the reason that you love dogs got a very smooth fur. Okay. 아니 그라이나 아니 킬라 마가비 준세 킬라 아니 직나 짜고야 준세 가리나. 킬라 도치미 킬도 같이 야부지가 쏘야. 알레. 그라 아니 킹냠돌라네 녀와 냠녀 야부시면도 알아. 아니 그라라네 가마 아니 키기 쏘갸뇽스. 아니 준세 되게 아니 그라 칠라네 직나 기도 스타고라. 아니 그라이나라.
킬라 가위.
알레 킬라 가위 인드르도. 킬라 가위 비준세?
지단 키 가지고 배만 거 도다 프랑스 송원나시. 배는 도고요래. 근데 키 소다다 키기 분도든서 믹스기 현다마로 인치고 있다거나 킬라 가위.
알레 라스야. 아니 킬 마강이 심바.
뭐좀 뭐시고 뭐 나를 키시요 키시. 다시 둔도 지요.
김대그란 진단나 양양 이제 뚜마요 당아서 아주 딜롭센 줘야인다.
와딩이 원일래 원인에서 시요.
키 마가에 가르스는 키기 낭디틸에 깍바당도 소쇼스
알다 소쇼스 저비 준세기 아니 킬 마가데 디기 있어와 안크라
완전 뭐 키가 거기다 쇼라 테마지 키기가 쏘겠어 디니가 키를 디스셰로 흘렸어
징나기 두스와 따디기도 소소기 아니 킬 가냥기 아니 가비 준센다 마가냥기 마가비 준센데 삼로탄로와 아니 디가능이 가서다 내단 춘춘 춘고라 소소디 아니 내단 데날 여바네 소르네 아니 샘조 칸데 레도 딜라네 심주지 채나로체
오인다
오케이 따다봉 안조디
당연히 걔나 차로 수기다 다나주 내단 지고 와네 나는 저거 초와 셈나 계단데 남상 키 러브다 남상 표주 말어 봐 가지고 제가 그 소외 규림도 emotion timelines the process of emotions 막 규림 중림도 내가 아주 대 다음에 더 가셔시다 다들 좀 아주 듣긴다 고대 굽을게 꾸도 걸게 마시면도 약보 듣긴다 아주 다 디나네 당부 디인다 아주 당부 내가 지금 제비는 당부 가르고 그래 당부 빼나 안주 지내나 대ብ 차샤기 당하다 와 내가 당 지내나 예배 값수 당부 컨디션 그래 코리우 컨디션 그래 당부 가리는 그래 코리우 주 거려고 말해 내 당시 월 여러분 제가 당부디 코리우 집중 거 지겠다 컨텍스트 이야 당부디 코리우 지준 여러분 당주 생각나 예배 코리우 라인다 내는 이번에 가리는 봐 지난해 가리는 그래 그게 스티뮬러스 따다래 따빼는 홉깔도 스테데베 간 캡로네 키치기 좋아 출로네 진강 출로네 키치기 와우 러브도 돼 시에서 정확하시 이케난 킬 강해도 말해 가르 시에도 아니 오버리액션 맞지 가상이 심어 정말 됐다 그게 깬디디 진강나 되게 출로네 와우 스키치기 개보다 오다 가리는 그래 뒷깬디시 다인다 다 숨바 가르치기래 키게 거버다 오 아주 쌤날 가르치기래 초와
낭다
다 초와 자면다 초와 대화 동의 좋아 초와 가와도 가와 emotions I think 네네네네 숨바 들으셔 냐데 내가 체스도와 다 키게 개버다 개버다 다 가다 뭐가 기부도나 두자도 세고 내당저 라레기로 왔다나 걔랑 키게 거보다 가르치기도 현황 계속아 내당 현황经验 나지 캐나 기팅 제제 부터시 가능 what's English express in English really 1 to 5 oh good 네 appraisal 내당데 숨어 뒤체 내당데 뒤체
appraisal 되러기
라오 뒤 내당데
치구yen데 고아당 그라네 appraisal 데 당보 나르기 뇽아줘라 나르기 냠뇽데 킬라네 가데아다 야나네 킬레 징나게 되기 나르기 냠뇽데 디기네 냠뇽 디기네 키델라네 다 따당데 리그로아 appraisal 딜리고
디체 다 딘데기 깬 디기 깬 베로와 남사 남다 담마데 키기도 저와 그림바 디디디 딩감다 나르 중견다 가니 내당 컨디션 관리 이네 그냥 킬라 가다 뭐가 내당 될 appraisal 시도와 디체 내당데 디체 judgment 세드레 되네 다 소화기기로 와 내당도 수수기 겹종 라레베 되는 소화 현황 소화 대화 소화 동의 계들 가시래 소화를 인지 나가사 emotion 소다 들다 될래스마 림바 도면도 다 림바 도면도 뎁치도 기기도 해상마 방금 도와 차요 말다 대실 하송아 다 견주 듣고다 시디체 셈소르체 다 소화 변해인다 현황 경험수 라고 장 현황 경험
그런도 나로닌데 다 디딩에
다디 나로디네 항마디 키나인다 다 현황 경험인다 다 시제 당보 가르치기래 남사 저거 구조 잘못 줄 되기도 해 어디 이제 나 스티프 세더다 달아래 깨지 쇼니 킬이 쉐어다 깨쇼기 사벳 데 키나티 스탄제 따르스 쳐서 키 와우 러브다 따르스마 가림바 키나 가르쳐서 킬라 고교 잘못 들어봐 남산 들 가시래 남산 중계들 가시래 리뷰남 규들로 따딘데 고교 잘못 받다 깨지 쉐 못 들 임펄스 남산 즉 현황 기도체 배우두두 두두체 강과스도 사스기 제스도와 대den소대 임펄스라 들 숨바데 혈규 벽에 나 혈규스도 가서 그래 혈규스나 그래 남산직 임펄스 소축치부시 계스도 어디 임펄스 다 드네 가리임 봐다 든 남산 소화기보다 대대기를 왜 가르치기래 세신 수고세대 수고리다 남산 다 가르치긴 봐 자주 다 킬로 강해도 소이나 가지래 출로네 키게 개보다 가르치기도 자주 근데 비기도 철로 따가 줘야 되네 킬을 탐가 줘야 되네 용도와 개나키나 가나가 원다 오지 트레실러키나
When I hear the sounds of dog, I like to see instantly. That's my favorite.
Oh, you want to see instantly. So
Yes.
this is your behavior, right? 대직 잡긴다. behavior. 좋아? 키랑 자주. 야, 보모치 생기 키랑 가림 봐. behavior 가르도 르마 그 군주 가르도 what's your physical and verbal behavior?
심리 되대.
지난날 집제 출로 등이 맞dob지. 나로야 주의제로 수구든 수 고교 겸 맞dob지. 신앙 기고로 봐. fear. 다데 그래서 behavior, 라 고교디도. 다 딜라텐제 result 같은 거래. result ke yorbe lunga ngam gyute bena kina kil shu she je chulo chukchum pyechen suna an tabe gi ngenga yor mare
Trade bade ani kirang
behavior ngenga yor ba ro kirang o chulo pyeda ma bodo uni pyeche ma ya tabe gi ngenga
bena jingna shu kenge jimbai na ani kila dune trade de tigare behavior wa an thar na ji ani ki thoma dan dila ani gana shuk chmo ge de ta kinyam temo jaga de tigare kunju dirwa behavior
ta di kwa la so ta di kwa sha ga gyonzo awareness tenshi se de kwa sha ga dinane tenshi se de kwa lu wa ta kwa lu ne lu lu re kwa lu lu re ta di kwa ke ge re bel kare parala
kunju ngi
dingi ge para del juzi chigi be kirangi kare gyomzen kare kedi tanang aju zingana yorba zingana de yor we are in the class so dog is outside there is not a real dog inside our class so there is no need to panic just if you are aware that if we are in the class and there is no dog absence of dog inside the class there is no need of immediate impulse 와 남산 신앙 깨고 요 말봐 아주 한 배는 안 돼요 키 와우 럽세 사무도 키 인다 녀는 그냥 하기 그냥 저 찍인다 와우 럽세 사무 키 말봐 재상
You can pause here, and if you have more you were going to do, just if maybe you want to tell us in one or two sentences how you would wrap up this lesson, just so we know how.
Debrief,
because we're done with the demonstration part.
Okay, tanda ani di so the same so mindo le de ani top de ani le de chipu mahim bachirwa an tanda ngazo tujun dus mata du kapsula ani kigi ani ke doj kwa de stimulus doj da ani dil tene ani trade with the behavior dingi de mato ani kimal ani ngangda do le drwa tisum de mato ngazo chwa leg mindo ani ani ngazo shimju chen ma ani chidro veina kardu dila ani rimba chinda ani karzuda context stimulus ani appraisal emotion impulse awareness behavior ani result ani ani pani chen mangbuj leg do disun nanglo le ya ani disun nanglo ni ke cheshu de khare awareness kirwa shijin de yobeina azugi ani nedan de hagu yobeina pena ani ki ke gobeina ki ani ngoi supagilane de yo marda dwal ani ki ke khoba jamre ma do ani dwal ki yo marwas ngadu zinga nal yorwas ani jigna ke gwa min do aswa yana ani gana hajang gi shukchimu de ne gana ke gwa min do asa ngi ani ngaran su nalo chwalej do tigare awareness de ani shejin de nga zo ani kare ta dilani chare chenrwa di ani dumdela da ani behavior de yakpo dukja khande yom yonde samani awareness de lerwa shejin de lerale godes ta nga zo dodo shegwe de
어디다 캔스면 롭쟁잉 뒤에 so better the awareness it create a gap between
stimulus
and
response
behavior or response this one 봐 텐시 댄스나 남상 구조 개그 말 봐. 키게 워 랍도 처음 거에 민도와 키 여담에 키 레도메로 막 못다 그러 봐. 제상 텐시 세디 개좀 차 되었다. this 다리 롭센 민 가르사 emotional timelines 들다 계속마 롭센 각수 중수 개민도 알아야 깔래 시다초 갈리클리 싱그러 셈내 맞지
So could we hear first from the students your impression of how it was to be a student?
So it went very nice, and I feel very glad to act as a student here, and really felt like a student and listening carefully. Sometimes, doing naughty things. I felt very great doing this, and emotional timeline is completely new to me actually. When we were given the handout last evening, actually I went through whole page and it took me about 10 to 15 minutes, but I didn't got much. I was not able to grasp the proper meaning of it. And later on we discussed on this matter, and then in the night I read it, I gone through it once again and came to know it's a very new thing. And I came to learn about the emotional timeline, and the most important part is that if you're more aware, when the awareness is greater, then the behavior, you can change the behavior in a productive way. So, you can control your emotion much better. You can respond to stimulus in much better way. So if you're very angry there's a very great impulsion of doing something, but when the awareness is there, you can change the behavior and the result will be much better. It's wonderful thing to learn, and it's very wonderful act as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing your deepening understanding of that concept. Would anyone else like to speak from a student perspective about how it felt to be a student in this classroom?
Yes, ma'am. I felt very happy that I'm a part of students. Students is most important in school. And yesterday when we discussed, and we were not able to come to the conclusion, because I personally feel emotion is quite a complicated one. It's very hard to get directly to it. So I thought that we should have a rehearsal, but many of my friends saying it's better we'll do on the spot. So doing on the spot will give originality. So today all my teams, they have done very well. I feel happy and glad to be part of this e-learning workshop. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
성공하르들레 단다 세가学期了 간주 되게 공라 머시워디 간주 진짜게 루루조로 주니 죽지 바르게 루루장 자기에 당주 루루 탑경 성원에 당도 부 로주니 죽지 바르게 디탑2 유명 간주 하고 문제데 이번에 개인 줄라베깔라 개인 루루 시에베깔라 개인 루루라 양신스 지웠다는데 디치야디 간주 루루 시에 찬네 지 로제나 도나요야다 디스데나 믹세기 편도도 쉬이 되지
Okay, so what I felt was teachers play a very important role, because today I'm acting like a student and I have a very active teacher. Right? We have a very active teacher, so that's why we felt very comfortable. The teacher had created a very, active environment, learning environment in the classroom. So that's why what I felt was the teacher is playing a main role to create an active classroom. So that's why teacher has to be a very active one instead of being passive while giving a lectures. If teachers are using their gestures, actions, and everything, that will definitely create a very active classroom environment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, all. I'm not going to share all of you about the, let's say, feeling as a student, but I just want to share about emotion that I felt. To be honest, I'm a little bit emotional by nature for myself. And then while going through this timeline, yes, awareness is very important. So when you have to be when you are very much emotional, sometimes we are doing very bad things. So that's we have to control our emotional by learning through this timeline, particularly awareness. That's very important and touching one. And the same thing I've experienced after lunch while playing this carom board. And then I myself want to play that game, and from the outside, our colleagues, you have to put this and that create more emotion, that let's say bring more emotion to you, so you get more nervous like this. So if there's nobody around you, you yourself play well than the others. So it influences us more. So but the most important thing is you should be calm, then you can play better. That's I felt. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to hear from the teachers.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. First, when I entered the classroom, the feeling was like I entered at the very first time in my own school for teaching. It was the same feeling, and I had some plans, like I wanted equal participation for all students, but I don't know, because of nervousness, I could not do all those things because I felt very nervous. So that was also a part of emotion. And yes, I felt nervous, very nervous.
Thank you. Do you want to speak about your experience as a teacher?
As a teacher, I feel great to taught such a wonderful students, but very good listener. But in the topic wise, it seems for me a little tough, like challenging, and as like for the 6th grade students to teaching such things, it's very difficult. And in the real classroom scenario, it must be a teacher must be struggling a lot.
So what in particular is difficult about it?
The timelines, the different, and putting.
But what about the timeline is difficult? Do you feel that the conceptual understanding of it is difficult for the students, or the explanation part? Which part is difficult?
Putting everything into order.
Uh-huh.
This is order, the sequence. Explaining is a little easier, but putting everything in order is very difficult because emotion is so like fragile, comes ups and downs. So we cannot really like give them. We can give through one single example that this comes first, this in this comes, but it's very difficult to generalize. This should be always come first. So it's quite difficult for me to arrange. But if you put a scenario like a dog, then it must be like a little much easier to put into sequence in order. But all in all, very good.
Great, thank you.
I feel very happy. Thank you.
Can we hear from the observers? Did we have? I know we didn't get to everyone, but we have limited time. So maybe just if you have a statement, very brief, and then we can. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What I feel in this demonstration or class are two main things. First, what I get experienced is that whatever we do, whether it is good or bad, it is fully depend upon the awareness. So awareness is the most important thing that we have. The another point is, today's hour's teacher is very active, and his demonstration and way of teaching is very nice. That we students are really very lively classrooms. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we hear from the observers?
Hello. Zamala shoba dele. Tanda ngaju karsa tengi ngani gi toji nanglo la. Ani tanda gela gi gender nanglo la. Lauti nangbi kabla. Ani karsa usna. Jinde gi lautu sola ya karsa. Tiwe thone, tiwa nambe thone. Ani lauti lautu tsugi nyongzo tsangma di ani jik chendo yabo yongya tang ani karsa usna ta nganzu karsa laut zenda koyu di ani jik tonam temba tawo ji tang ani di nang ne ani jik sosu gi nyongzo dige di ani kari yimba tsangma di sebu shuji tena song tengdo ani di nang ne ani lautu tsugi yimba ina ani sosu gi choa 소수 가리 통받다 소수 채널 땡디 아니 지기 가르쳐 보스나 타주 몽발이야 타주 간지 난 고메디 아니 gen라기 비지 랑데 나노라야 단단한 저기 뇽주 디 나노라 세부 쇼지 차성 땡기도 다 몽발이야 지기 가주 베나 에따가 디 가르쳐 디 삼수도디 가리스나 단다 베나가 미 러투 지기가 아니 kilagabu me lagi yimbaina an digi nedang thone genla dishik jetang re ti thone ani mombale ya chik samlo shembaji ki tren gi tang jo tuje yibaina an dik kogob de ngeba kogob de something do.
You.
Good morning. I think they have done very well. And even me as an observer, I feel like, I'm one of the students of them. And the teachers are very active, and students are also like, beginning, Tashi was a little bit, not active, but because of the teacher, he was like on the track. And then another thing I would like to say is that giving feedback to other or giving,
giving feedback and comments to others is not that easy, you know. Here again, the timeline, emotion timeline also very much related. Even if I say something, you know, which is not very good, which is negative, but when I say something, I have to be aware of my words, and also like the words, if I use directly, it may hurt the other person. So using the word and then showing the gesture, these are also very important for me. I felt like that. And then here, if the teacher emphasized a little bit on the bodily changes when it comes to the emotion timeline, it would be again more clear for the students, because awareness of your bodily changes when you are emotion and when impulses is there, also you have to aware of the bodily changes. This is again important thing I felt.
Great, thank you. So tying together the concepts about the sensations and awareness of the body, there's a lot there, right? More than you can do in 15 minutes, of course. This is short. So we all are challenged by doing this short demonstration. You know, we can't do the whole concept. But I appreciate everyone speaking about your deepening your thinking around emotion and the timeline and how that helps us understand everything that's involved with the emotions, context, response, behavior, all of that, you know. This is an example of a lesson that I think probably could be done over several sessions of maybe, you know, 20, 25 minutes each, shorter sessions, to maybe do this first part and then use another story and then have children write the timeline out. And building on what Geshe-la said last time, this is also a good place to ask students what they think, what the order might be. So if you have more time, there's more back and forth with the students about what they think this order might be. And then in C-Learning, we emphasize that we're learning new things for our own, to use it in our life. So next time they, you know, hear a dog barking or have that situation, to then have them think, you know, oh, what's going on right now, you know, and then refer back to this emotion timeline. And in that way, we sort of experiment with the new things that we're learning. Experiment with it. So it's not like you have to teach this once and then everyone has an exact understanding of the order. It's not like that. It's more like we introduce these ways of thinking of topics to deepen our understanding, and then we experiment with it and we reflect again and think, well, did it really work like that, or did it maybe work another? So it's an ongoing process of this exploration and learning. Yes, so again, I really appreciated the tone that was set in this classroom, very positive, very accepting of students' experiences, which I think is key, in a C-Learning classroom, that there's a warm feeling between the teacher and the students, and that definitely came across here. So thank you very much. Wonderful job.
Krista.
Yes.
So this activity we didn't go through, right? And it's as you mentioned, it's a difficult activity and also difficult concepts. The emotional timeline, especially most of these are clear to us, right? The context, the stimulus, the emotion, and then behavior and the consequence. One thing that may be slightly more challenging would be the concept of appraisal. In the Buddhist context, so appraisal here refers to a very sort of the way you evaluate the situation, right? And it's a very quick process that happens very quickly, and especially with regard to what the situation mean to you, right? whether it's good for you, whether it's bad for you. So that's a quick sort of cognitive process that undergoes when we encounter the stimulus. This is, I think, a challenging concept for the adults, and of course it will be for the younger kids. So we should, I think the teachers should approach this in a sort of in a more broader sort of sense, right? Giving this activity perhaps a few times, doing this activity in several sessions instead of doing it in one session. For a kid, I think you can say that when you hear a story or when you see a thing, though, how do you perceive that, right? The way we perceive that situation, the thing, or the story is a kind of appraisal in a sense, right? So I think approaching it in a more sequential sort of way and not doing this activity in one session. The tanda nga appraisal lai chura di yechu ki chawa surachi ra yu di thong kujen khari ne tanda kujen se di nga zo kharso wangbo nga ne chu yong de gi ne chu dirwa ta di thong ne ani this sangbo re sha ngem ba re sha ani lakbar do nga la phen thogu do nga la nu gi do di yechu che chura di la appraisal lo ra ani di gyobu shibuch yong de gyore da nga zo gi sem nang lo la ra che za gegen chu ngone ta di susu nyongchor do shukchimbu ji le yondi rimba de la samlo ta ne ra ani nyongchor de kharjin le sha as la yondi ta ne chu dende ji khoni le sha yana dende ji thon le sha as li ra ta di thong di khowa di gi ani kharsore emotion di khandes ya long bares chine samlo tang ba ina o ne chu di ngala ta dukja ji re sha as ne yana ngala yakhu chi re sha as ne di gi ani rimba di that's the which in Chagura, the dealer a process score, rather than a Numon gave in Banalola to me, EJ said, you the tone and you the tone, any Jigga, you the Koran took to Baroji Zinne, Koran Page, Koran, you Koran when you have a rang suit to Zin, and did Zinne that dig Rangla, Pengido, Nugudo, Sambe, Samlojera, the appraisal, the Chagar, Chazan, the concept, the Lela Wuji Marera, Imbasunza, Gala Zunganea, Susungan, the Samlo Yabu, Tango, Jigresha. And it looked to la T in the Zambala, and the appraisal, the Tango Chukudu Mindura, and a stimulus chat, any emotion chat, the impulse, the Drogodo, that the called Susu look to Ginetala, Tambe, ni Motorangi Nagachena, Tigruala. Gislan. Lost. Thank you.